cutest way you won your boyfriend over. Most popular girls have a secret, but mine had to do with Pokemon TCG and Magic the Gathering. Nobody at school knew that the most popular girl at school would show up to this kind of convention on the weekends, but here I was, completely mesmerized by the smell of sweaty players and freshly opened holographic packs. I showed up in my usual weekend mode, oversized hoodie with a mysterious stain from breakfast, thick reading glasses, and hair twisted in a bun because I was too lazy to brush it. This was the normal me, and I was here for one specific reason: to find a grade 10 first edition Charizard to finally add to my collection. I went around each vendor table carefully when I spotted it in the far back. My hand reached for it at the exact moment another hand did. "Hey, this is mine," I said angrily before looking up. I froze and stared directly at Patrick, another kid from school. The same school where I spent 5 days a week being perfectly put together, perfectly popular, perfectly perfect. "Wait," he said, squinting at me. "Aren't you?" "No, I'm really not," I said frantically. His shocked expression turned into a sly grin. "Oh yes, you are." He snagged the card from my hands. This will be a bribe to keep my mouth shut. My heart shattered watching him take my dream card to the cash register. But to my surprise, Patrick walked back and handed it to me. "Here," he said. "You looked like you really wanted it." I stared at the card, then at him. "You just spent $300 on a stranger." "We're not strangers. You're the Clarissa, queen of the school." I bit my lip and shook my head. "I don't know what you're talking about." He laughed. "Sure, so wanna share binders, Miss Regular Person I spent $300 on?" We went through my collection together, and I found myself actually getting excited, explaining the stories behind each rare find. He had his own binder, and we compared collections like the nerds we apparently both were. And while we were both busy reorganizing our binder, he suddenly said, "I've always hated you and your friends." I looked up from a holographic Blastoise. "Excuse me? Like at school, you walk around like you're better than everyone, like we're all beneath you." I frowned. I understood how he felt. They weren't exactly the nicest people, but they were my friends. But it wasn't an excuse to be mean either. I opened my mouth to apologize, but he added, "But maybe I just hated admitting that I was attracted to someone I could never live up to." His eyes met mine, and I looked away, my face burning. I had dozens of people confessing to me, but not a single one affected me like this. We exchanged numbers at the end of the convention and spent the rest of the night talking cards and other nerdy things I couldn't talk to anyone else about. We met up the next day and the next, all summer hanging out in his room and mine. It might surprise you, but back in middle school I wasn't popular. He rolled his eyes. Humble bragging? I threw a pillow at him and grinned. "I'm serious. One day I was nobody, then suddenly I was somebody, and I couldn't figure out how to step backward without losing everything." I fell quiet. "It's exhausting sometimes being who they want me to be. I like you better like this," he said, standing up from his table to sit down on his bed beside me. "I get it. I've always been afraid to try and look nice because what if I hate how nice it feels to be seen? Or what if I end up shallow? Am I shallow to you?" I asked, staring up at him. He leaned his face closer to mine. "You're perfect," he breathed. And just when I thought we were going to kiss, we both awkwardly pulled back. And before we knew it, summer ended, and this nerdy bubble we created was about to pop. On the first day of school, I was back to the usual routine. I spent an hour on hair and makeup and put on the outfit I'd picked weeks ago. I became the Clarissa that everyone expected. I saw Patrick in the hallway and wanted to run straight to him, but my friend's giggles brought me back to reality. "Clarissa?" he asked. "Why is he talking to us?" My friend whispered, loud enough for him to hear. "Isn't he that weird card game kid?" I should have said something. I should have defended him. Instead, I looked away. "So the mask is back on?" Patrick scoffed and said louder, "Got it." He walked away. That night, while I sat on my bed holding the Charizard he'd bought me, I couldn't help but cry. I was a coward and a hypocrite, but what could I do? But then I saw it. A post on Instagram Patrick had made about potentially going thousands of miles away for college, and I knew I had to at least apologize for being a shallow jerk before he left for the Charizard. So I wore my convention outfit to school the next day. Hoodie, glasses, messy bun, and carried my trading card binder in plain sight. I felt my heart race as I walked down the hallway. People literally stopped to stare. The Clarissa looking like she'd just rolled out of bed? The Clarissa, the card nerd? Yes, that was me. I kept my back straight and walked confidently until I saw him. My mouth hung open. Patrick approached me with his hair styled, wearing dark jeans that actually fit, and a button down that made him look like he modeled. He looked good, really good. We walked toward each other before bursting into laughter. Then I, the one and only Clarissa, kissed him in front of everyone.